The fourth annual national conference of IAC, the Israeli-American Council, is coming to an end, is ending now. Adam Milstein, shalom. How's the feeling at this moment?
I feel phenomenal. It's every year it's better and better, not just the amount of people, but the energy, the accomplishment, the sense of family, love, and warmth and dancing. You know, we have so many people here from the Jewish community, Americans, not Israeli Americans or Israelis, and they say, this is our home, this is what we were waiting for. This is where we feel at home, we feel at our family. This is phenomenal.
How did that happen? From an organization which began from the Israeli American to an organization which really draws, we see much more English this year, American Jews, not only Israeli Americans. Help us with the definitions.
Absolutely. The game changer was when we recognized that we are Americans of Israeli descent, and we changed our identity to Israeli Americans. And obviously, we have invited the American people, the Jewish American people, to join us, and we have planned many, many programs in English, so people can participate in our young age program in the school, in the university, in the young professional, and we basically opened ourselves or expanded to be an American organization that English is being used as much as Hebrew.
But the extra value, it's not only about the agenda and your protocol, it's about the fact that you are from Israeli descent or from origin.
Exactly. We have Israel in our heart. Israeliness is our character. And I think one thing that maybe differentiates us from several other organizations is that we accept Israel without preconditions. We know that Israel is not a perfect country. We know that it has a lot of challenges and issues between the people inside, from outside. From any side that you go, there are challenges. But the people of Israel live in a democratic society. They are very well educated. They choose their own leader. They have the right for their own government. And we trust the judgment and determination of the people of Israel.
We could say how clear this connects us to your very, very full of respect and full of honor reactions and responses to all the issues of state and religion in Israel. It came from a different point, and not especially an observant point, is rather what you're saying today, right?
Exactly. We, as I said, there are many issues that people here in America have an issue with, but they need to speak about it as speaking in the family. We have no right to tell Israel what to do, but the people in Israel are brothers and sisters, they're our family. And within the family, it's very advised to express your feeling, express your opinions, but never, not in our organization, we will never go away from Israel. We will never say if Israel doesn't do A or B, we will do C or D. Our love, dedication, support in Israel to Israel is unconditional, period.
Now, we also see that you are very connected to politicians and to what goes on in America. Do you see that also as an important part? Will we see you defining yourself maybe even as a lobby?
Well, first of all, in our mission, in the mission of the IAC, it is to support the U.S.-Israel alliance and to support the state of Israel. Now, this is in our mission, but in our action, we have two organizations that we created. One is a 501c3, which is a nonprofit foundation that does mostly the education, the cultural, the education, and other things, and one is a political lobby, 501c4, which we call the Israeli-American Coalition for Action. And indeed, the Israeli-American Coalition for Action is more active in lobbying, very active in passing anti-BDS legislation. We passed the legislation in Nevada by our own. We shared with AJC the passage of the legislation in California, very active in the state of Washington, the state of Massachusetts. And not only are we active in passing BDS legislation, we also enforcing the state to implement their BDS legislation. In addition, we are partners with AIPAC in promoting legislation like the Taylor Force Act, which is to stop funding the Palestinian Authority as long as they're funding terrorists. We are also supporting AIPAC's effort in Senate Bill 720, which is called the Israel Anti-Boycott Act, not to allow the UN to put any list of companies that boycott Israel. So basically, any company that boycott Israel will have consequences here in America. It will be punished in America.
Boycott the boycotters.
Boycott the boycotters. And so we are very active on state levels, mostly exclusively because other organizations are not there. And we're supporting other organizations that are active here on Capitol Hill.
All I could say is keep on the good work. Adam Milstein, thank you very much.
Thank you.